Yes, what is up, you idiots? How's it going? It's you idiot plays back again with episode 6 of the Bayern Munich career mode. So, as you can see, guys, nothing new really. Gonna get straight into the episode and get straight into the game, really. So, we'll show you obviously sort of who's left in the competition there. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing alright. As I say in every episode, guys, thank you so much for the continued support. We hit 50 subscribers this week. It may seem absolutely small to some, but for me that's massive, and I'm just really glad to see that there are people out there that's enjoying the content. The first video's over 1,000 views now. Everything else is sitting around the 150 to 200 mark, which for me that's pretty good going in terms of me being, you know, a relatively, well, really small channel here on YouTube, but it does mean a lot to me. But yeah, the only thing I would like to obviously throw out there, guys, and a bit of a plug, is just try to follow me on my socials, just to obviously get those to build and just to obviously keep up to date when the next episodes come in, sort of what's happening, if anything changes in regards to uploads, and just pretty much basic things like that. And even interact with me, guys. I'm more than happy to have a bit of a conversation and take recommendations or, you know, feedback on there as well. But yeah, everything, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, all under you idiot plays. So yeah, please just drop me a follow on there, guys, and it would honestly mean the world to me as well if you'd happily just even share the series on your current pages, just to get the viewership up, and obviously hopefully it finds its way to someone else that enjoys the content as well as the people that are currently enjoying it at the moment. That's the main aim. I aim to obviously entertain you guys and just give something for you to chuck on, to relax to, and just have a bit of a watch, whether you want to get frustrated at how crap I am, or just, you know, sit there and cheer me on and hope that we do well with Bayern and we can obviously win every competition that's available to us. But yeah, let's sort of start discussing what's going on in game at the moment. So obviously we've gone down again. I've started to realise now, boys, it's not the fact that maybe the boys are not performing. I think it's partially to do with me, to be honest, and controlling them. It's not been great for me defensively. Sometimes it's at fault, but yeah, just a bit of a tricky start. As you can see, we went 1-0 down and we didn't really create anything. I thought maybe we had a chance on a shout there for Coleman, but maybe he goes down a bit too easy and the defender was a bit too strong for him. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully we'll get we'll pull one back now, and obviously that opens the game up then, and it's obviously going to be a case of, I think, next goal wins. Unlucky there for Tolisso that he couldn't get to that header. Plays it into Tolisso there now, holding it up on the edge of the box with Roca coming in, and that's a divine strike, personally, if you ask me, from his left foot. Obviously for a holding midfielder, you don't think they'd have finishing like that in their locker, but that's top bins, and absolutely got to give it to the boy for that there. And it was a great little layoff pass as well from Choupo-Moting into Tolisso to obviously be able to hold the play up to allow Roca into that space. And that run from Choupo-Moting, if you noticed, just pulled the defenders away to create the space for him. So really happy with that. I know he doesn't get much game time, but Roca does impress me when he plays. But so does Tolisso, but they offer different things, and more than likely it does end up with Tolisso coming on. But let me know what you guys think, if I should be giving Roca more time, and, you know, obviously see if we can develop him. Do you know what I mean? In terms of obviously Frankfurt, I think at the moment they're sort of a bogey team for me when we lost to him in the last episode. And at the moment we're 1-1 in the Pokal again. We are playing the second team this game, so I think maybe a bit too high expectation of the boys. You know, I always say I want to win everything, but I have started to notice that even more so than I did earlier on, that strength in depth is our biggest weakness. Not just in the left back position, in the attacking midfield position. I think as good as Xerxes is, and I enjoy giving him game time, I do agree with one of the comments that was left that we need a stronger striker, and Lewa may start to crease in. Now Lewa's good enough for me for now, but in terms of what we're going to look for with January just around the corner, I do definitely want to be looking at a striker, attacking midfielder and a left back. So we'll go through that now on the next episode. I won't get too much into transfer targets at the moment. For the next 2 episodes, pretty much I would have done the entire monthly of December, going straight into January as one episode, just a little bit longer. Obviously we normally do 5 games in an episode, I would have done 6, but I wanted to do the full month of December, 3 games each episode, just to allow you guys that bit of time to get your transfer suggestions in, and just sort of let me know what you think we should be improving on and who we should be looking at. So yeah, so I obviously with previous comments, you know, we've had Son, Haaland, Dybala recommended. We've even had let me just take a look. I believe it was Pedri from Faisal Minecraft Gamer, who recommended him. Obviously, you know, it was linked in real life. He's a young player. He's not going to come in straight away and take over from Thomas Muller. So I'll definitely look to get a scout sent out on him, and you know, sort of see what comes back. And if he's around, I'm quite happy with around the 73 to 76 mark if he comes back as that. Any lower, I don't think there's really any much point. But if he's higher than that, then I'm happy to do so. But if he comes in and, you know, and he performs and he can take Muller out of the team, then I'm not really going to stop that from happening just because I enjoy using Thomas Muller. If the team gets better in any sort of way, then that's brilliant for me. Must take the lead here, and they have. You've got to say, but it has been coming. As you can see there, guys, we are into the second half now of extra time, and Frankfurt have taken the lead again. That's the scores elsewhere around the other grounds, as they'd all gone to extra time there as well. And Chandler was trying to get in there just behind Kouassi, but it didn't happen, thankfully, and we've got the ball, started to play that up now, obviously with relative pace, but it's sort of slowed down as we've gone into the final third, just making sure we're picking our passes. The ball was played back to Lewandowski, and I just love using this guy. Like, he's gone down by 1 overall, but with the ratings boost for sharpness, morale and all that sort of thing in game, then I can't really complain. I think he's got like a +5, so he's still playing at around what feels like he'd be a 94, 95 overall anyway, do you know what I mean? And he's just wonderful. Obviously he's missed 1 or 2, but he finishes almost everything else. And he's going to be the first man to step up in our penalty shootout. And that run up threw me off, boys. I was going to time that, and it absolutely threw me off. As soon as he got up, I just thought that was it, and I was devastated with myself. If it was one man I wanted to score that, it's Lewa, but it's alright. Douglas Costa gets the first penalty into the back of the net there anyway. But Hasebe does equalise. So we are 1-1 at the moment out of 2 pens each, and Roca misses third, so we are relying on Newell at the moment, but that's a good penalty, just sends the keeper the wrong way. Sane is looking for the top bins there, and that's a wonderful penalty, boys. You can't tell me any different. He has smashed that, and the keeper even got the right way. But Newell giving it a little Mr. Mime sort of thing, and he guessed it. It's okay. The taunting the opponent pays off if it goes you away. But that's it. Kingsley Coman has put that one away there, so we have 3 pens compared to their 2, and they are reliant on this one. They need to score if they want the game to continue. So Makanda is up against Newell, and Newell is just literally saved this team. Absolutely wonderful in that penalty shootout, and I can't fault him. But obviously the plan is now we do want to be looking to win this trophy. You know, the Pokal's not very long-winded, and I definitely think it is a trophy that we should be winning. So we've definitely got to be looking to do that, you know what I mean? Again, that applies for everything with Bayern. We need to be looking to win the Bundesliga and the Champions League as well. And we do have another Champions League game in this episode. I believe there's either 1 or 2. Sorry for not being very specific, guys. It's been a long day, you know. the daily uploads sort of stopped as work has sort of taken back in place, and don't have pre-recorded episodes anymore, so I'm sort of trying to record on the day or the day before and then try to edit, and then if work I've got to stay on or something like that, then it's getting a bit in the way. But I'm definitely making sure I'm getting at least 3 to 4 episodes a week out, guys. That's my sort of plan, do you know what I mean? Even if I have to double upload some days on the weekend, I definitely want to make sure I get this content out and obviously allow you guys to enjoy it with me. But that's a fabulous strike there from Sané, and I'm really enjoying just using the Bayern team. Even so, when we're losing, as weird as it sounds like that, the 1 or 2 games we've lost or we've gone behind in, I do feel 9 times out of 10 that the quality in this team and obviously using them is just, you're going to be able to pull something back and even get ahead, because as you've seen, even in episodes that we've lost in, we've created chances. And that's the thing, it's just me not being able to finish my dinner. Sometimes I'll blame the AI, but I've got to take some of the credit myself, either with poor positioning of the ball or just taking the wrong shot option. But we've gone 1-0 up against Augsburg there, and I thought we were out just outside there, around 20 yards, and I thought I'd take a little bit of a pop shot with Lewa, just to see what we can sort of do.
The idea of where he was going to put the ball, it was all going wrong. It's a poor attempt really for him.
But Keeps has tried to play that long, and Thomas Muller was in front of Rani Khedira. He's headed the ball down to Lewa, who held it up and played it back to Muller. Sané is then looking to get in behind, but he plays it back inside to Lewa, into Muller, who doesn't miss. That's another great finish, and that was some wonderful football for a goal, boys. Absolutely great football. Just little 1-2 passes, do you know what I mean? Get the ball, move the opponent around, create some space, and then just when you get that little bit of space into the goal then and into the keeper, you have someone as clinical as Thomas Muller in the right spot, and he just, as you can see, guys, it's a great finish if you ask me. 2 goals in the Bundesliga. I felt like he'd scored more than that at this point. I know he was out for a little while at the start of the season, but I definitely felt like he'd scored more up to this point. But yeah, in terms of what he offers overall to the team, I'm really not going to argue with it, and I do enjoy having him in the squad.
And par for the course, really. Bayern leading. We shouldn't be too
So we obviously go in there. That's half time. That's the obviously scorelines for around the ground. They do love a bit of a 1-0 or a 1-1 in FIFA 21 in terms of other results in other games. Not much variety, I've noticed, and that's poor from, I feel like personally when I was playing at this time, that was poor from Goretzka, just as the player in game in the AI. Like, I took the shot and I sort of had it aiming back across goal, and he's just gonna swipe, did I miss hit it? And at that point, you know, I know we're 2-0 up, but the third, that's the game killed off in my opinion, and it should have been done there. But I'm fine, you know what I mean. If that was a situation where we were 1-0 down and that had happened, I think I definitely would have lost my head a little bit more and gone a bit nuts. But Thomas Muller, not known, you know, for his fancy footwork, and it seems to show there, do you know what I mean? He's a great player, but the sort of dribbling ability of Neymar and stuff like that, and the fancy dribbling, you know, you're not sort of going to see from Thomas Muller. And all the step overs and stuff, as much as I like to try them now and again with him of all people. Yes, he's not the player really, is he, to be doing it with. But when he's playing well, guys, he's great. And for me, Joshua Kimmich in the middle of the park as well, that man is just an unsung hero. Like, it's surprising watching back on the footage and when I'm editing how much he actually does in terms of breaking up play in the middle of the park and just sort of covering that central area in front of the front four. And I think we take him out and we add someone of a lesser quality. I think even with the rest of the talent in this Bayern team, I'd be probably out of a job in November, never mind in December, pushing towards the January transfer window, to be honest with you. But he is absolutely quality, and his vision, his passing, you know, as you can see there, guys, he played a poor pass, but he wins the ball straight back, and then Muller has played that little ball through over the top to Lewa. I tried to slow down just to make sure obviously we got the accuracy on the shot, but I think that was the wrong decision in the end, because I allowed then the centre halves to catch up to me, and then Lewa just sort of didn't have that freedom and the space he needed to get the shot off with enough power, and it was easy then for the keeper to save. But we are 2-0 up, 89th minute, and Sula has gone and given a penalty away. And I don't know what it is with this year's FIFA, even if you're not going to throw a tackle in, like, and yeah, and for me that looked perfect. It looked like he got the ball first anyway, so it shouldn't have been a penalty, and it was justified by Neuer stepping up. Caligiuri was just sort of a fan favourite for me, and like I did enjoy him while he played at Schalke, a team I did follow, or do follow, in terms of the Bundesliga, not having a very good season at the moment, and in terms of last season not very good either. But yeah, I did enjoy Caligiuri and the type of player he was at Schalke. And he left on a free as well, didn't he, I believe, to Augsburg. But obviously, I said I don't think it was a deserved penalty. I think I was going to criticise Sula then watching that back, but then I just realised, you know, it looks to me that he gets the ball and gets the player a little bit afterwards, and the player just makes the most of it, makes a meal of it, and that's it. Then the referee's mind is made up and he gives it, so it justified that Neuer saved it for me personally. And we are sort of looking to get back on track, obviously, do you know what I mean? Obviously we didn't have a great episode last time around. We lost quite heftily. I believe it was a 4-1 loss against Moscow, and then obviously we lost the last game of the episode as well, then against Frankfurt 2-1. So it really wasn't good, and we've got to build and obviously make sure that we start to get our standards up and get back to where we want to be in terms of comfortability, and, you know, keeping our top spot in the Bundesliga, and obviously making sure we are looking like a team that's going to win the Champions League and the Pokal. If the confidence ain't there and the boys are feeling low in themselves, then it's going to be a tricky one, do you know what I mean? But I've got full faith in the team and the boys, and I definitely believe that we're going to be able to do this and turn results around. But I was expecting a tricky game against Atletico. I wasn't expecting anything like the first one, obviously, where, you know, we absolutely drummed them. I think it was 5-0. Like, I wasn't expecting nothing of the kind in this game. I thought, you know, we go into the it's not the Calderon anymore, is it? It's the my mind has gone blank, boys, in all honesty.
Well, we referenced it earlier, but with this being the last game in the group stage, there's still much to play for, particularly for the travelling fans, who'll be hoping their side can secure a top
like a bit of an idiot.
the
Wanda Metropolitano. Sorry. But yeah, so we've obviously gone to the Metropolitano stadium, and I was expecting a harder game in front of the Atleti fans. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't going to be easy pickings this time around, and I think they were definitely out for blood and they won revenge after that last game. But double save there from Neuer. Suarez looking dangerous and Felix looking dangerous early doors, just trying to obviously cause us some trouble. Oh, and my bad, it wasn't a save from Neuer, it was Alaba's getting his foot in the way, but I think Neuer would have got there in the end anyway. But yeah, as I said, boys, I'm definitely expecting a harder game, and the cross comes in there from Corky. It gets played back out to Llorente. Lamar is then just making little strides into the box, and he gets a shot, but it's well blocked there by David Alaba. Ball falls to Lewandowski, plays it to Muller, plays it to Gnabry. Gnabry looks for Muller, waits for that run, but Lewa did not make the right run, but he still got the strength and the power to just push past. And that's it. That's that man and that guy. As I said, boys, I love using him. I love having him in the squad. I think he could probably drop to an 80 overall, and I still think just the way he plays in game, and I think he'd still feel fantastic. He's not the fastest striker in the world, so I'm not expecting blistering pace to get him behind. And in terms of a backup striker, maybe that's what I should be looking for, to be honest with you. Just something a little bit different, because we have sometimes lacked that in a game where I've had to switch it around and chuck Nabry up top. But anyway, that man, I said, just with his power, his position, and his ability overall, he's going to be able to score goals. I thought, honestly, he'd messed that up there in terms of, I thought he would make that run in behind, but he sort of drifted back inside, and luckily enough, Neuer just had the awareness and played the ball, and Lewa latched onto it and outstrengthed Jose Maria Jimenez, and then just decided, you know, he's going to push on through and he's going to get this goal. So at the moment we are 1-0 up in the 28th minute, and that's a great save from Neuer, and that's an even better tackle. Also, I thought it was going to be anyway, boys. I thought it was a better tackle coming up from Alaba, but it turns out it was absolutely poor again, and that's another penalty that we've given away. And Neuer saved the first one in the first game from Suarez, and he saved the second. This man, and boys, I've been on fire with penalties this episode, I'm telling you. Obviously he saved the 2 of them in the Pokal, in the penalty shootout, and he saved one in the last game, and now it's one against Suarez as well.
The corner from Kimmich.
But Felix picks the ball up in his own box, plays it to Llorente, who plays a fast driven ball forward to Suarez. Suarez holds it up very well, and he's got silky feet when he wants to. Do you know what I mean? He's a very technical striker when he on it, and you know, I think everyone knows it. But he plays the ball in, and the ball then is played in behind, and Saul is in behind David Alaba to get the finish. In terms of added time, I think I was a bit tamping with the referee at this point. You know, we were 2 minutes and 30 seconds into extra time when there was only meant to be a minute added on. But the referee allowed the game to play just whilst obviously they were obviously in a dangerous position, and that sort of settled it there to go in at the end of the first half, 1-1. And I said I was expecting a difficult game. I wasn't going to really be over the top angry in terms of Atletico Madrid. It's not like I'm playing, you know, someone of the equivalent of I can't even think off the top of my head. You know what I mean? We're not playing like a sort of squad in terms of quality of minds, or anyone, you know, sort of around mid-table, lower league in the Bundesliga. We're playing a top quality European side that challenge in La Liga, and have even made several Champions League finals in recent memory. Do you know what I mean? But just letting you take a look at other results there across the Champions League, just to sort of so you can have a feel, see what it's looking like at the moment with other teams that are playing. But yeah, it's not an easy game, and you know, for me, I play on Ultimate. Some people find Ultimate easy, and that's wonderful for them, but in terms of this year, I'm not saying it's a struggle, but I'm not saying it's the easiest thing ever. I actually do find it difficult at times trying to break down bigger teams, and sometimes even smaller teams when they decide to sit back and can't do nothing. But in terms of obviously quality, Atletico Madrid is exactly that quality opponents. They're not, as I said, you know, the smaller teams, or not necessarily smaller, the type of quality that you face in the Bundesliga. You know, when you're looking at teams like Arminia, Köln, Mainz, even Schalke, as I follow them, they've not been great, so you'd expect to maybe steamroll teams like that, obviously barring you get the odd result, you know, where it may backfire. But this game was always expected to be difficult, but I believe we've held our own. Obviously we've got a 5-0 win against them in the first game, and you know, this could have easily gone the opposite way at the moment. They've definitely had the better of the chances, not to mention the penalty saved, and there was a couple of 1 or 2 good saves from Neuer, and even the block from David Alaba that sent the ball wide. So this could have easily been a repeat of the last game, but just the result going in the opposite direction. And you know, we're 60 minutes in, and I'm just sort of hoping at the moment, because they were looking the more dangerous team, that we could hold on and just get the point from this game at this stage, and you know, finish off our Champions League group stage, you know, settled with no losses. until, you know, I make an amateur mistake and realise that we got absolutely drummed by Moscow in the last episode. As I said, boys, it's work and it's tiredness at the moment, but I definitely got to get this episode out, boys. It's definitely want you to see it, and you know, I want the recommendations and suggestions more than anything. Sort of what you guys want to see in January, what's going to spice it up a bit for you, what type of signings should we be looking at. Obviously Haaland is definitely one now at striker, as he was recommended. If you've got any other strikers that we can look at, boys, let me know. Maybe, you know, a sort of Moussa Dembele from Lyon, maybe he could be someone we could look at. I've used him on this year's Ultimate Team, and for me personally, I think he's been absolutely fabulous. But yeah, let me know, guys. And in terms of Ultimate Team, just going off of that there quickly, I am going to be looking to stream some for Champions on the weekend, so drop me a follow on Twitter, and I'll post the link up there then when I'm live, and we'll see sort of what we can do. I've never played for Champs before. You know, I've not really been invested in Ultimate Team since around FIFA 17. I found it's just way too much pay to win sort of thing, but I've enjoyed the game this year. I've built the team with no money spent, and although I'm not great, I've actually enjoyed it. There's not been any sort of controller breaking moments as of yet, but yeah, so just drop me a follow, and if you're interested in some Ultimate Team content, guys, I'll definitely be streaming, and if you'd like some Ultimate Team content on the channel, please let me know. I'm more than happy to start recording and put it out there if that's what you're happy to watch as well. But as you can see, boys, we're in the 89th minute and we are 2-1 down, and I thought, you know, I'm going to take a shot with Xerxes, and I don't know why, but I absolutely bottled it, to be honest with you. I just, rather than try and get in that little bit closer, I just wanted to blast it from the edge of the box and rush it, and in the end it's gone for a corner. But 2-1 in the 90th minute now, in added time, just sort of waiting to sort of see what's going to happen. Can we get the extra goal just to help us and get the point? Tolisso plays it into Sane, who looks to just find his way around Trippier, but he takes it back a little bit further than expected. Plays it into Kimmich, into Muller, who then gets tackled, and that's it, boys. That's how this one is going to end. At the Metropolitano, we have lost Atletico Madrid 2, Bayern Munich 1. Simeone looks absolutely pleased with himself. He's added the defensive masterclass, and his team have performed as you'd expect them to. They were absolutely solid to break down this time around. But that'll be it for this episode, boys. Like, subscribe, follow on the socials, leave some comments for transfer suggestions, and I'll catch you on the next episode. You idiot. Peace out.